But we begin tonight with one of the most powerful public officials in Oakland County addressing the controversy surrounding his side job. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 6. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Thank you for joining us. Today at a meeting, the 7 investigators questioned David Woodward, the chair of the Oakland County Commission, who is also serving as a consultant for Sheetz.
Woodward has even been seen on video sitting in the audience for public meetings about planned expansions for Sheetz. 7 investigator Heather Catallo has a look at the ethical questions now being raised and how Woodward is defending himself.
You people have picked the stupidest place in the entire city of Royal Oak to put that thing.
Please. Or are you selling out your neighbors for Sheetz?
Families across Metro Detroit have been speaking out against Sheetz during public comment at city council and commission meetings for months.
We don't need this here. We for sure don't need it now.
The Pennsylvania-based gas station chain wants to add 50 to 60 stores in southeast Michigan, but Sheetz has been feeling the heat, with some communities saying no.
Unanimous. Motion carries.
And in the audience at some of those public meetings, you can see Oakland County Commission Chair Dave Woodward. During the January Farmington Hills City Council meeting, the Royal Oak Democrat is seen sitting next to a Sheetz real estate manager. In a video provided to the 7 investigators by people in attendance, Woodward was also spotted in February at a Royal Oak public hearing on another Sheetz development that was later approved.
Dave, are you a paid consultant by Sheetz?
This commission has to look at our current.
You're a paid consultant?
We just had the industrial.
Does Sheetz pay you?
And again,
Does Sheetz pay you? Just answer the question.
At the time, Woodward did not confirm that he's getting paid by the gas station chain.
Are you going to answer the question?
The one that's in front of us
Dave.
today.
Don't touch
I will.
Woodward and Sheetz have now both confirmed that Woodward has been working as a consultant for Sheetz for more than a year. In a statement, a Sheetz public affairs manager called Woodward an ambassador and said, quote, Dave has provided guidance on local government processes, supported our understanding of community needs, and made key introductions to business, civic, and community leaders across southeast Michigan. He also said Sheetz proactively took steps to ensure that no conflicts of interest exist and continue to uphold that commitment.
I don't think what Dave Woodward is doing is ethical. It's not.
Anthony Bartolotta is the Waterford Township supervisor. He says Woodward called him a few months ago to set up a meeting with Sheetz.
He came to town hall here. We went to the conference room and he just discussed the plans. You know, Sheetz wanted to come in here. Tell me how good Sheetz was.
Bartolotta says Sheetz is looking to develop this property on Highland Road, so he referred Woodward and the Sheetz representative to his city's planning commission.
You want to get along with all your fellow elected officials in the county, so, you know, I was open to meeting with them.
Did he say to you when he set up the meeting or at the meeting, I'm not here in my official role?
No, he never said that. I knew who he was. Everybody knows who Dave Woodward is. But what shocked me is that he came as a consultant for Sheetz. Didn't feel right.
I think it's outrageous. The people have a right to know if the person that they have elected has personal conflicts of interest. Is a perfect example of why Oakland County needs financial disclosure.
Woodward's consulting work is one of the reasons why Oakland County Commissioners Kristen Nelson and Charlie Cavell say they introduced resolutions to establish financial disclosures for public officials, a board of ethics for the county, and a whistleblower protection policy. But they say those resolutions appear to have stalled.
So in a matter of a couple weeks, we could have passed these things and had sunlight be the disinfectant that we need for good government. But that didn't happen.
Woodward says he is not hiding that Sheetz is a client of his consulting company, Woodward and Associates.
I'm a big fan of the product, and I'm happy to provide part-time advisory support for their growth in Michigan.
Isn't that a conflict of interest for you as an elected official?
Absolutely not. There is no conflict. I have never voted on a Sheetz proposal. I will never vote on a Sheetz proposal. If ever in the future there was an issue that came up that was a conflict, I would recuse myself.
Have you ever used any of your influence as the head of this commission to make anything happen for Sheetz?
My work with Sheetz or any of my clients is completely separate from my role as a county commissioner.
Woodward would not tell me how much Sheetz is paying him, but he does make about $78,000 a year for his role as commission chair. Also, he would not disclose which other businesses he works with on the side. Meanwhile, 19 Sheetz locations have already been approved across Southeast Michigan. I have more information from the company at WXYZ.com. So.
I mean, when you hear that whole story, I mean, I know he's saying there's no conflict of interest and he won't say how much he's getting paid, but for appearances.
Certainly the appearance, and local officials are saying there's no question his presence as a leader in the county at these public meetings, at these meetings with local officials, it could certainly potentially sway them.
And financial disclosures would certainly give people at least peace of mind,
Peace of mind.
regardless of what was happening.
Transparency.
So we'll just watch what goes forward from here, right?
I don't think this is going away. It came up several times during the commission meeting today.
All right, Heather, thank you.
As always, thank you.